Hi everybody, Victoria Moore again from Project Grief. Thank you for watching my next 5-minute video, and this one is called What's Your Loss? Now for this next 5 minutes I just want to talk a little bit about how grief gathers. So whatever heartbreak you have at the moment, whatever your latest loss, whatever the latest event that's gone on in your life that has hurt you, of course, it's going to be something that's going to have been terrible, it's going to hurt, and it's going to have been a terrible loss that's occurred. It could be a death of someone you love, it could be a divorce, it could be a split up, it could be a breakup, it could be ill health, it could be a bad diagnosis, it could be a job loss, it could be financial. There are about 30-40 losses that we can go through. Now, the point here about what is your loss is that everyone thinks that the pain and the suffering that they have is all about this latest loss that they have, but it's not. It's about all of the other losses that you have had happen to you up to this point where the latest event has happened to you. So as if the latest event that's happened to you isn't bad enough on its own, I'm afraid it's not just that, because prior to the latest loss that's got you reaching out to hopefully find this video, prior to this loss now, you'll have gone through all sorts of other losses from childhood right up to now. And each one of those losses that you've gone through counts. It is not just the loss of the latest thing. So all the other things accumulate over time. I always give the analogy of the rolling stone, and the rolling stone of grief actually does gather moss. Obviously we're told it doesn't, but in this case it does. It gathers grief. So the more it goes through, the more it goes down and kind of rolls through your life from birth to now, it is accumulating all of the heartache, all of the loss, all of the heartbreak, right up to this point. That's why when people go through their latest loss and they just say, oh, it's too much, I can't cope with it now. Obviously, terrible tragedies and traumas, they are in of themselves things that people can't cope with. But when we start to peel away and look through that event and go beyond that event, we find a lot of other tragedy, trauma, loss, heartbreak, and terrible events that have happened in their life that somehow, we'll look at this in further videos through the cliches of grief, but somehow people have just managed to get through somehow and carry on living again. And then of course the next loss happens, and then it feels even deeper and more painful, and then somehow they manage to get up again and they muddle on through. And then the next loss happens, and of course it really is that case of the latest loss is the one that really hurts, because of course it does. Not only is your latest loss going to hurt, it's going to be on top of everything else that you have gone through before. And it's really important to remember that, because it's really crucial that we kind of go back and we work through all the other stuff as well. Now, don't get put off when I say those words either, because it's a very easy action-based program that I teach. And it truly is life-changing. I've had the privilege and honour to help hundreds upon hundreds of people really get back their life again and get back into a place where they realise they are able to feel happiness again and really let things go and be able to live in this present moment, so that we're not going back into this old space of thinking over and over things again and again, with regret and remorse, and having those arguments or telling that person things that we wished we'd said. So all of those things about the past, which is our grief, really do accumulate. So if this is you, then don't forget that grief is a normal and natural reaction to loss. It is normal for you to feel heartbroken. It is normal for you to feel like your world is over. It is normal to not know what to do next. You are not meant to be alone. You are not meant to be told to just pull your socks up and get on with it. I'll be talking about this in detail in other videos. Those things are cliches of grief, and they are downright wrong. So I'll be talking a bit about that later on. But if this is you, you've taken 5 minutes of your day to watch this, thank you. I hope it's helped in some way, and I'll see you next time.